There is no point pretending that we're a big club. I know what I'm saying is mad. Because if you're a big club and you bring in a big manager, then you need to be ready to put down big boy peas. I would rather Tottenham say, you know what? We're not ready to compete, pay 300 grand a week for a Sterling. We're not ready. Let's just put ourselves in our category and go for cheap players and mold it. But I would prefer that, because for me, I feel like we're stuck in between a rock and a hard place, because we're not spending and we're pretending to be big, but we're not ready to be big because we don't want to spend. But then we're too big to do what the Wolves and Southampton and Brighton are doing, which is to actually go out and scout some gems in Europe, bro. How comes we didn't find McAllister? How comes we didn't find Neto, bro? Are you telling me that these men can't play for Spurs? Neto, McAllister, Podence, Polina at Fulham. Like, it's pissing me off. So I would rather Tottenham come down from their high horse and say, you know what? We're not as big as we think we are. Maybe we're not part of the top 6, and we do some shrewd business. But what we're doing at the moment is we're not getting either. And that don't make no sense. And so we're literally in no man's land. And so that's why I'm pissed. So, bro, we got slapped up by Aston Villa simply for that fact. And the maddest thing is, you know and I know that I've been calling out for Jed Spence from the beginning of the season. And the thing that got me the maddest was in his post-match interview, Conte says that Tottenham don't have any players that can do 1v1. Hello? That's why we bought Jed Spence, because that's what he does. 1v1. And you want to know the dirty of dirty? You want to know the dirty of dirty? Tottenham were 4-0 up yesterday after 70 minutes. And Spence still didn't come on. I mean, I don't know what is it going to take to get this brother on the pitch. Because for me now, Tottenham could have been 16-0 up against Palace. He still ain't coming on. So, bro, you know what? I don't know. So, yes, Spurs won 4-0 yesterday, but I'm still ruined from the Aston Villa result. And I'm extremely pissed, bro. I can't lie.
The thing is, like I fully agree with everything that you're saying. But if you're saying that Tottenham don't move like a big club, why are you making big boy predictions that you could potentially win the Champions League or the Premier League? Yeah. You guys don't spend the money to compete, and you guys aren't run the way a top club should be run to be able to compete with those things. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why it's like, bro, I mean, Arsenal, even though we drew against Newcastle, which we'll come on to that, even I'm not making predictions like that. I'm saying take it game by game, week by week. You're the one that came out with your King Kong chest, coming out with, we're going to win this, we're going to win that. I don't understand where that chest is coming from.
Well, what it is, bro, is the difference between me and you, and I mean this with the greatest respect, is that what I'm hearing from you is Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall and he stayed on the wall. Because what you're doing, bro, is you're staying on the wall. You understand? Now, I'll tell you about why I'm predicting what I'm predicting with Spurs. You know that cup competition has got nothing to do with form. It's got everything to do with the game and the moment. Bro, when Tottenham got to the final of the Champions League, we weren't expected to get to the final that season, bro. But in that season, remember, we knocked out City, having played them home and away. And City did their thing and won the league that year. So, for me, bro, I'm pumping my chest because miracles can happen. And let me tell you this, real talk. I know your answer to this, but I want to hear you say it because, I like the sound of your voice. Did you expect Arsenal to be top of the league at this point in the season before the season started? Could you answer that question?
No, I didn't know.
You didn't. So is it fair to say that Arsenal have exceeded expectation?
So far, yeah.
Yeah. So miracles can happen.
When has Tottenham ever exceeded expectations?
No, but bro, when we got to the Champions League final, that was exceeding expectation, bro.
Yeah, but you didn't win it.
I know, but
you never hear me talking about the time that we had Barcelona.
I'm saying to you that with the way things are going for Tottenham, don't be surprised if Tottenham can win the Champions League. And let me drop you another.
Your manager.
Let me drop you another nugget.
Like him and Levy are clashing. It looks like Conte only wants to sign a contract for Tottenham if he's guaranteed certain signings. Levy looks like he doesn't really want to give him the money. I don't know what's going on, but both of them don't sound too happy. I saw Conte on his press conference, and he said if he's not happy with the project, then he's happy to leave. You know, he's happy to pack up his work and leave. So I don't know, bro. Like this kind of, you know, you need togetherness at your club. That's one thing that Arsenal have had this season, and that's one thing I can give them props. Is there's whether I rate this manager or not, the players are playing for Mikel, and the owners believe in Mikel. And you need that, bro, because that breeds confidence. Conte isn't happy with certain players. Certain players, I'm sure Jed Spence isn't happy with not being played. The board want Conte to sign a new contract. Conte is saying, bro, if I don't get certain reassurances, I'm not signing a contract. It's looking rocky, bro. For you lot to go and win a league or win the Champions League, I don't see it happening with this. When you got to the final with Poch, everyone was behind Poch. The board, they probably could have given him a bit more money, but there was more.
They didn't give him any money, bro.
But there was a solidarity. Your group of players believed in Poch, and Poch believed in them, and that dragged them to the final. You don't even have that right now, in my opinion,
bro. I think, and you said something at the start of the show, innit? You said what you wanted to say is kind of difficult because of what happened yesterday. I think if we had done this show yesterday before the Crystal Palace game, I would agree with that statement. But Tottenham, the way they slapped up Palace yesterday, that doesn't tell me that they're not united. We'll see. But what I wanted to say is this, bro. Conte pulled off a miracle getting that team fourth, Pipping you to fourth was like winning a cup. It was like winning one of the Mickey Mouse Cups. For me, I think getting fourth.
Coming out with a statement like that, that's why you're Tottenham.
I think it was. I think pipping you to fourth was equivalent to winning the FA Cup last season. I really do. I think it has that kind of weight and level. But bro, who's to say that Tottenham don't slap up AC Milan quarterfinals, draw City in the quarterfinals? You know that the biggest bogey team for City in the Premier League is Spurs. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks of the football, but most of the time, Tottenham strangely seem to get the better of City. So we bad them up in the quarterfinals, slap up Liverpool in the semi-final, bro, and then we're in the final.
I just don't see it happening, bro. When you got to the finals under Poch, you actually had decent to good, very good centre-backs. You actually had a team where everyone was pulling their weight. Your team doesn't look as good sometimes when you don't have Kulusevski. Your team don't look so good if Son isn't firing. Harry Kane, you already know if he ain't firing, then it's a long day for you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're looking at your team, and I've been saying it, I don't see Tottenham going in January and buying the centre-backs that you need. Yeah, you got Romero. If Romero's not available, that defensive unit is dead, bro. And you can't just be relying on one guy. There's a lot that you don't need to address, and I don't see Tottenham addressing it, because I think that if Tottenham do give that reassurance to Conte, he'll sign a new contract.
Bro,
that's all he wants. He wants to be back to get players.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna